Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I've been so excited to film today's video. When I saw this new launch from ELF, I was like, I need to get that, I need to try that on my face. It's none other than the new Soft Glam Satin Foundation. The minute this was released, it just caught my eyes, and yeah, I'm just super excited to try out a new foundation, and that too from ELF, because they tend to be more on the affordable side. It's a drugstore foundation. I'm just excited to know what it will look like on my skin. I have dry skin, so again, this being a satin foundation, I'm not sure how this is going to work for me, but worth the try. It does say 1% hydrating hibiscus complex. I'm hoping that suggests that it is going to be suitable for dry skin as well, and it does say that it is a buildable, medium buildable coverage, and it is long lasting. Yeah, hefty claims. Yeah, I guess we should put it to the test. You know, ELF has just been kind of non-stop releasing new products this year, and so I picked up a few more things. I really wanted to pick up their brow laminating gel as well, but it was out of stock unfortunately at Superdrug, where I picked up these things. But anyway, I also picked up the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. It says shockingly fine mist, major makeup grip. So it looks like this is quite an interesting makeup spray. It's got like a layer of oil there, so I'm guessing this is going to be more kind of hydrating than trying to fix makeup down. I've also picked up the Power Grip Primer, which this is not a new launch. It's been, you know, in ELF's collection for a while, but I've never tried it, and I just thought, well, both are part of the same ELF line, the Power Grip line, so I just thought, why not try the primer out whilst I'm here as well. I also picked up the ELF Stay Cool Primer Stick. So this, I think it's supposed to be more of a hydrating thing. Might just try the stick on one side and then the Power Grip on the other side and see how, you know, they play, what the differences are between the two formulations. So yeah, this says hydrate and soothe, refreshing aloe water. The packaging looks like it's a part of their hydrating skincare line as well, so I'm not sure if you could just kind of use this as kind of a moisturizing thing as well, just for extra added hydration. And then the last thing that I also picked up, and this is like hot off the press release, this is the ELF SUNBOSS Gloss Broad Spectrum SPF 25 Sunscreen Lip Gloss. How innovative and thoughtful of ELF to put this out. I'm pretty sure a lot of brands are going to now follow suit, adding SPF to the lip products. I feel like the lip area is one area in particular that tends to get missed with, you know, applying SPF. I don't really apply SPF separately to my lips. I mean, the Carmex balm that I use has SPF in it, but I think it's only SPF 15. So the fact that this is SPF 25 is pretty good. There are so many other products that ELF has released sort of within the last month or two. The glow boosting drops, like I said, the brow product, the laminating gel product, and what else did I come across? Oh, I don't know if this is a new launch, but I think they've relaunched their eyeshadow primer as well. So if you guys want me to try out the rest of the releases from ELF, let me know, and I shall pick up those products and try them out. I've seen those new products on the ELF website, definitely, and also the Superdrug website, but I haven't actually seen it physically in store yet, so I don't know why they haven't, you know, decided to kind of put it in store. I might head over to Boots actually, because Boots might have those newer launches, but anyway, we'll see. Let's head on to trying the foundation. That's the thing that I'm the most excited about. I ended up having to pick two shades, so I've got medium warm 30 here, which I definitely think it's going to be too light actually, just even looking at it through the tube packaging here. And then this one is the shade Tan Neutral. I don't know whether the undertone on this one's going to match, so I did pick up both just in case I need to end up kind of mixing the shades together. Picked these up in Superdrug, and they did have a few shades there, but I don't think they have all the shades that are on ELF's website, and I have noticed them doing this with a few other brands as well. Like Revolution always seems to have more shades on their website than, you know, in stores, and it looks like it's the same with ELF. So I don't know if it's a Superdrug problem. Sometimes I'll see like 2 rows of the same shade being on display and, you know, being ready to purchase. And I'm just like, why couldn't they just include more shades instead of having 2 rows of the same shade? It doesn't seem quite fair for people who need certain shades and certain undertones. You're taking up the display with 2 rows of one shade and then nothing of another shade. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, Superdrug. It'd be nice if you can kind of see to that and sort that out. I don't know if they kind of do that because they think one shade is going to sell out more than the other shade, but I mean, it's pretty unfair for people to then have to buy 2 to mix. I guess you could just buy it straight from the ELF website. The other difficulty with buying foundations online is the fact that you actually can't physically see the shade, so you could end up picking the wrong shade anyway. So I think we need to do better in stores. Superdrug Boots, please, 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 if you're listening, just try and have the wider, like, or the full collection. If you're gonna sell a foundation, just try and have enough of the display area to you know, display the full shade range and the full selection of the shades in that foundation line. If you need to expand your stores, then go ahead. I'm joking, guys. I don't know how this whole thing works. I don't know whether it's a spacing issue or what it is, but I think something needs to be done. Something needs to be done to kind of fix this thing. But anyway, enough jabbering. Let's get started with applying these products to my face. Right, let's get started with the primers first. I think I'm going to start off with the primer stick first. Let's apply it to one side of the face and see how it goes. It's got this little cap on it. Oh, there we go. And it's just taken a whole wad of product off it as I tried to open it as well. Okay. Oh yeah, it does feel a bit cooling. I guess the convenience of having a primer in this kind of a packaging is the ease of application. Like, you just have to literally swipe it on. Ooh, that is very cooling. It's a very kind of cooling gel-like texture, giving a really nice kind of hydrated glow. I feel like that could work really well under the eyes, hopefully. I am going to use my finger to kind of work it in. Okay, yeah. That does actually feel cooling as it went on the skin. Of course, as I'm now warming up with my fingers, the cooling effect is subsiding. But that definitely feels really nice and hydrating. It's just like a gel. It's not really like an oily texture. So this is the Power Grip Primer. This has a pump on it. ELF, you are doing amazing with your packaging. Pump situation on one product, stick packaging on the other. Very easy to apply and kind of dispense the product. I want to feel the texture of this before I apply it on my face. Yeah, I mean, that also feels really hydrating. I was just thinking whether I could just apply it on top of this hydrating primer. I think that would defeat the purpose of kind of trying to figure out what the difference between the 2 primers are. So I'm just gonna stick to applying it to this side of my face. I mean, even this feels really nice and cooling, soothing. My skin has been oddly dry, which doesn't tend to happen as the weather gets warmer, but I don't know what's going on. Could be my hormones or something. I'm going to give that a little bit of time to just kind of settle in. If I zoom you guys in, you guys can kind of look at my skin close up. This is sinking in quite nicely. It's already kind of half sunken in. I did moisturize my face before this because they both said they were primers. I wanted to make sure that my base was, you know, nicely moisturized and well prepped for makeup, as I would kind of usually do for any makeup look. This side just feels a bit more hydrated, whereas this side kind of actually feels a little bit plumper. To absorb and activate grip prior to makeup application. Okay, so we're gonna actually leave that on the skin for about 30 seconds before we go in with the foundation. That doesn't feel particularly gripping. I've seen a lot of people like stick things to their face and then it just stays. That is definitely not staying. Did I apply enough? I think that's the question. Maybe I didn't apply quite enough. I'm gonna go in with a bit more and see if that makes a difference. Oh, okay, yeah. I can feel it becoming a bit more tackier as I'm applying more. Hope it doesn't kind of pill up. We'll give that a few seconds again to just settle in, and we'll try that test again of sticking a product to my face. That's definitely been 30 seconds. It definitely feels tacky as I like stick it on, but like products aren't sticking to my face. So I don't know how influencers are doing this and sticking products on, but I mean, it just feels more plump and tacky, slightly tacky, but my skin on this side definitely just feels a little bit more juicier. This side feels just nicely moisturized and like hydrated, whereas this actually just feels, and I even think it looks just a little bit plumper. What do you guys think? Can you guys tell the difference in my skin? Right, first impressions on the primers. I think I really like the Power Grip one for how plump my skin feels. This is quite nice as well. It's hydrated my skin really nicely as well. I definitely don't think you need both. I think I'd play it by kind of your skin needs. If you feel like your skin needs more of a drench of hydration, then I'd go with this one. If you feel like your skin needs something more plumping, a little bit, you know, kind of juicier, then I'd go for this one. From the sounds of it, this is supposed to grip onto your makeup as well. So if you're looking for lasting power, maybe this is the one to go for. Whereas this one, it just says, after applying skincare, swipe primer stick across skin, follow with makeup. It doesn't really claim to grip onto your makeup or anything like that. I guess you could go in with both. Go in with this for kind of like a moisturizing hydration effect, and then go in with the Power Grip for that extra kind of juicy plump, plus the gripping nature to help with the lasting power of your makeup. You guys have a favorite? Have you guys tried any of these actually? I mean, this one's been out for a while, but if you guys have tried both primers, let me know which one you prefer. Okie dokie, let's move on to the foundations. Right, so the claims on the foundation says, get buildable just right coverage and a long wearing satin finish with the hydrating foundation that's anything but basic. Direction: using a foundation brush or sponge, buff and blend foundation all over face and onto the upper neck. It says medium buildable coverage. Whether that means like it can be built to full or just a good medium, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Thank you, ELF, for making sure your packaging is really nicely protected, sealed, but is not the world's like tackiest seal to the point where like it leaves damaging on the packaging. That's like one of my pet peeves. Just swatch them sort of on my chin. We'll go in with the shade medium warm first. Yeah, that is definitely too light, but I think I can mix it in with the other one because I have a feeling that one's going to be too dark. The undertone on that one, oh, actually, as I'm blending it out, maybe not. Actually, ever so slightly, I feel like the undertone is a little bit, I don't know, peachier. Although the undertone does say neutral, I don't think I'd really call that a neutral undertone. This is definitely a yellow undertone, like it's on the warmer side. But I think I can actually get away with that. I think I can get away with tan neutral. I might just apply tan neutral all over the face and see how it goes, see how it looks. A lot of people are saying the ingredients are very similar to their already existing Flawless Skin foundation, which I actually haven't tried. They both supposedly have a satin finish. I know that a lot of people actually really like this foundation. Whether they're planning to discontinue this one or not, I'm not sure, because it still is available on ELF's website. I do think that the glass bottle is very like weighty. It just feels more luxurious than obviously the tube packaging, but then they're both easy to use. This has obviously got a pump on it, and then this one is, you know, like a squeezy tube, squeeze it out. So ease of use, this one is definitely better for travel, so maybe that's why they went this direction. Curious to know what the difference is between these two, because they're both satin foundations. I don't even know if one is supposed to be more full coverage than the other. Yeah, I mean, it just says oil free satin finish. This doesn't really have any descriptions on it. I might be able to find it on ELF's website. Anyway, without further ado, let's give the new foundation a go. So I like applying all my foundations with a brush. Shake this up. And then we're just going to squeeze a little bit on the back of my hand, kind of just dot that around the skin. I have got a mirror down here, so I'm going to be looking down to blend this out, if you're wondering why I'm looking down. Yeah, the undertone is looking a little bit peachy, so I think I would mix this medium shade in for the undertone. It's like I don't need to lighten up the shade, but I think I just need the undertone to be less peachy. It doesn't look too bad on my camera, but when I'm looking sort of in my mirror, I can definitely see that it is a little bit, just, I don't know, there's like a touch of pink in there, which it's not really my favorite shade match, but it's not the worst shade match at all. Like, I think I could totally get away with just using this shade. So that is one kind of layer done. I think that looks really nice. This is very similar to my most recent obsession, well, my most recent drugstore foundation obsession, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Giving me very similar vibes. Really thin formula. This is going much better than the other foundation ELF released this year, which is the ELF Camo Hydrating CC Cream. This just, I don't know, it just felt really makeup-y, and it looked really makeup-y on my skin as well. Whereas this, the Soft Glam Satin Foundation, I don't know, it just looks like skin. I'm going to add a bit more and continue building this up. Of course, it does say buildable coverage, but does that just mean buildable to a good medium level, or does that mean actually full coverage? So yeah, I've just picked it up on the brush straight this time. That's kind of also how I like to apply foundations. Shade match is not bad at all, especially with my summer tan. This definitely doesn't feel as drying as the CC cream, and that one is a hydrating CC cream, but it did not feel very hydrating at all, which is really odd. Such a natural skin-like finish. I feel like the coverage is more light medium. You can definitely see some of my scars still. It hasn't covered up a lot, but it's definitely evened my skin tone, and sometimes that's just good enough. Most of the time I'm not looking for a full glam, you know, cover and conceal every mark on my face kind of a foundation. I am just looking for something that's more natural and more skin-like, which this is definitely looking more skin-like. So as long as this wears well, I think we've got a success. I mean, this foundation over this CC cream any day. I'm really happy about that. I mean, when it did say satin foundation, I was a little bit worried because I was expecting it to be more on the matte side, which it is, but then it's not completely flat matte either. With the Camo CC as well, I don't think I quite have the right shade. I got medium 330, and I think that partially could be why I don't really like it as much, but it definitely looks very makeup-y on my skin. I feel like maybe mixing these two might work well, because I feel like the thinness of this will thin out the thickness of this. Foundation combos to try soon. My mind is going all over the place right now, but I mean, so far I really am liking the way this foundation is looking. I am just kind of looking at my skin like really up close in detail, slightly catching on to my smile lines, but not nearly as badly as some other foundations. Do you think this is cheaper than the Maybelline one as well? If they're both going to give me the same finish and this is cheaper, well, I think ELF, you have my heart. We definitely need to see what the wear time is like on this. We can't totally make our minds up without knowing how the wear time is, whether it kind of starts to break up at all, does anything weird. But so far, like first impressions, I'm really liking this foundation, and I'm definitely liking it way better than the Camo CC hydrating cream. This did not feel hydrating at all. And this is supposed to only have 1% of hydrating hibiscus complex, but feels so lightweight. I mean, it could partially be the primers as well. Maybe that is also contributing to how hydrating the formula is feeling right now. Let me not get too far ahead of myself. I definitely need to play with the foundation more. I need to try it out in various ways. I need to try it out with different primers and see whether it has the same effect across the board. But right now, the first impression as I'm trying it on top of these two primers, I'm really liking it. Time will definitely tell us, guys, and you'll be definitely seeing this featured in my future videos. Okay guys, let me just quickly show you what other products I've applied. So for concealer, I've gone in with the Shiseido, is it the Synchro Skin Refreshing Concealer. High end, I know, but I've been loving this concealer for a while now. For brows, I've gone in with the number 17, again, one that I've been using for a while and I'm obsessed with, the Precise Definition Tinted Gel. This is available in Boots, really affordable, really nice, kind of natural looking gel that tints your brows a little bit. Bronzer, which we've gone in with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, and this is in the shade 004 Sundown. For blush, we kept it along with the ELF theme. We've gone in with the Camo Liquid Blush, and this is in the shade Very Well. Sorry, face powder, I did set this a little bit because that's how I would apply my makeup normally. I'd be setting it down. I've gone in with the Studio MAC Fix powder, and I've got the shade NC42. That's a very kind of quick makeup look I've thrown together. I've only got two more things to try. The SUNBOSS Gloss in the shade That's My Jam, and it's a kind of purple looking shade, normal size doe foot. This looks like it's going to be a really nice kind of pigmented gloss. Let's see if we can share it out for a light wash of colour. I think you can. It's definitely a thick gloss, not like a thin lip oil. It's a definite true gloss. Okay, that's like a thin wash of colour to show you how much you can kind of sheer it out. If you do want to build up the pigment, I'm pretty sure we can. Let's try and do that. Stunning glossy finish. It's definitely not sticky, like your hair's not going to get stuck on it and stuff. Just plush feeling. But that is a really nice shade. I really like that shade. This is the year of like juicy looking lips. Come on guys, what can I say? Really nice. And the fact that this has SPF 25, really nice, affordable, drugstore. It's ELF. It says UVA protected, so does that mean it's not completely UV protected? That is a good question. It just says UVA on here. I think it doesn't protect against UVB rays then, but I guess some kind of UV protection is better than none. I'm gonna take a quick look at the skin again close up. I mean, yeah, this foundation definitely leans well for like a glam look. Yes, it's not the fullest coverage, it's not even like a full medium coverage. I kind of agree with the soft glam in that title for sure. So one more product to go. This is the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. Get the makeup grip and dewy finish of your fave Power Grip Primer now in an ultra fine biphase setting spray, infused with 5% aloe plus hyaluronic acid, squalane and green tea seed oil. That sounds really hydrating. Squalane and aloe, hyaluronic acid, these are all very hydrating things. Directions: shake to activate, then mist over face from 6 inches away, keeping eyes and lips closed. Apply pre-makeup to prep skin or post-makeup to set. This looks like it could be a primer spray as well, although it does say dewy setting spray. Cool, I guess you can use it for both. Let's give it a shake. So like I said, it's got that oil layer, and then when you shake it, it kind of mixes in with the just kind of liquid layer. I'm going to test out the mist though. It says shockingly fine mist, so ooh, okay, yeah, that is fine. Go on the face. Felt like I had to keep going because they're quite right, it is quite a fine mist. So it didn't actually feel like I was spraying much. Oh, but I've definitely sprayed a lot. I think I might have sprayed a bit too much. Oh, okay, so it has left like droplets. I don't know if you can see that, which is not great. Was I holding it too close maybe? No, it's doing that even as I spray it from far. It's kind of leaving a little bit of these droplets. It's not great because you don't want your makeup to set that way. It is a fine mist, but not too keen about the droplet situation. Whether this is going to kind of become tacky or it's going to, I don't know, like grip and set the makeup is a question. Because of this oil layer, I'm not entirely sure that that's going to be the case. That has completely melted all the powder in. Wow. My skin looks so skin-like. This is amazing. I think my first impressions is like, wow. Right guys, we've applied everything. I honestly can't say that I'm totally disappointed by anything. The primers, to start off with, you know, this is gonna take a little bit more experimenting. I want to wear this with different foundations, but I definitely liked the both of them. I think I did like the Power Grip one a little bit more than the primer stick because I felt like my skin just looked a little bit plumper and felt a little bit plumper on the side that I applied the Power Grip. This is nice. It's definitely hydrating and it definitely hydrated my skin, but yeah, out of the two, I think this one. So if I'm going to recommend one out of the two for now, based on first impressions, I think it would be the Power Grip one. The foundation, I hope the foundation just wears well. First impressions is so far really nice and good. I definitely am preferring this over the Camo Hydrating CC Cream already. I was a little bit disheartened and disappointed when I tried this foundation out. I've tried a few foundations recently that I've not tried before, this being one, the Lasting Finish one, oh, this one, the Skin Silk one, and honestly, I was so disheartened and disappointed by them because I've heard really good reviews about all those foundations and I just felt like it didn't work for me. It didn't work for my skin. It looked makeup-y. It looked like, you know, certain areas of my chin, it was like breaking up. And that was like on application. So this on application looks stunning, looks really nice. I've been able to apply a whole face of makeup on top, including powder. I definitely agree with the soft glam in the title. Medium buildable coverage. I don't think it's a true medium. I think it's more of a light medium. Super impressed so far, but again, wear. I'm going to experiment more, do a wear test, and we'll see. Do check my description box because I will leave some wear notes in my description box. I tend to do that if I've done a first impressions video. So over the next couple of days, I will be trying this out more. I'll be able to kind of assess a little bit more where it works, where it might not work, how long it stays looking, you know, intact. The gloss, I really like the shade. I like the fact that it's SPF 25. I'm feeling a little bit about the fact that it's only UVA protection because I feel like that's a little bit of a gimmick because if you're saying it's SPF and UV protected, broad spectrum as well, it says, then you would be thinking that it protects against UVB as well. Like your SPF creams are usually UVA and UVB. So the fact that this just kind of says UVA on the side, I don't know. But I guess some UV protection is better than none, and despite the SPF factor of it, it's actually a really nice, comfortable gloss, not sticky, really nice pigmentation. It can be sheared out a little bit as well, and this shade I'm in love with. I feel like I've just been picking up this kind of a shade in any lip product recently. This is a shade that's my jam. And this, I am surprisingly impressed. I didn't like the droplets that it was leaving on the skin, but my golly god, it's just melted everything into place. My skin was looking a little bit powdery after I'd put the powder on top, but this just it just melted everything in. The lasting power, again, I'll need to do a wear test. I will need to try it out. So far on first impressions, so good. So this was a small mini try on for sure. If you want me to try the other newer ELF releases, then let me know, I will do, and I'll give you my true thoughts on them. This took a really good, like, surprising turn for me for sure. I'm actually really liking the way my skin is looking right now, the way my lips is looking right now. That glow that you're seeing on my skin, there's no highlighter there, it's just the dew that's been left from this spray. So I definitely agree, it's a dewy setting spray. Super, super excited to keep playing with all these products. It turned out to be a pretty good makeup first impressions for sure. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and you enjoyed watching me try these on as much as I enjoyed applying them. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. I hope you guys have a lovely day and a lovely week ahead, wherever and whenever you guys are watching, and always let the light in and let your creativity flow. Bye.